Hey everybody! I am Yule.
I am wheat.
Why do you insist on doing introductions in the middle of the Let's Play? We don't need to do that.
We just entered a new chapter, alright? Fuck you.
We're working on borrowed time here. First,
And we're on part 4.
second, the gravity centrifuge is offline, which means there's
I need to give you a pep talk during the middle of a recording session. Don't make us.
I will always have room for pep talks in the middle of Let's Plays. What is the point of a pep talk if you never understand the pep talk?
What's the point of a pep talk if you don't feel peppy after the talk?
Exactly. Oh look, there's a dead
To
guy.
inspire you to rip it off and call it TED Talk.
Oh shit, that's supposed to be a jump scare?
Listen, welcome to my TED Talk on why TED Talks are stupid.
Personal log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple.
Oh no, it's Engineer Jacob.
2 days since they pulled that planet open, since the captain died. The panic, the riots, they were nothing compared with what came after. Our friends, our
Engineer, sad for fellow engineer.
back. Changed, coming back to kill us, drag us away. Rucker disappeared this morning, and I have to assume he's dead. My crew, they're starting to crack. I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging.
No, physically, they're starting to crack. I can see it in their heads.
Danvers and I are going to try to reach the fuel depot to see if we can fix it. Temple out.
I mean, I already cracked your head.
Engineer Isaac don't need no crew. Engineer Isaac work alone.
Engineer Isaac, engineer.
It's the worst thing we've ever come up with.
Yes, it is, but I love
This is
it.
the worst fucking
Simultaneously the best.
This is the worst fucking Let's Play I've ever been a part of. I fucking hate my life so much.
Good. That's
At
the
least
goal
it's
of TSR.
a Let's Play that actually.
Easy.
Right. Hey, Yule, can you turn the game down a little bit? It's a little loud on my end. I don't know if it's the same for Legon, but
I think
Oh,
that's
behind
just
the
something
scenes.
for us to turn down.
Yeah, you have to turn it down
Yeah.
because it's already turned down, dude.
well, you don't have to cut it. But
You know, speaking of music, how about that remix of Station Square that came out literally today?
oh wow.
Well, I say today,
saw
but it's
that.
yesterday at the time this goes up.
I saw that and I didn't get to watch it, but it's making me. My immediate thought was they must be working on an adventure remake. There's no way they would have T-Lopes remake the music, or they would share a T-Lopes remixed adventure music if they're not working on it. Either way,
you know
I haven't heard it yet.
you know that Tilox is a commissioner, right? He
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's been
At the
working
same
with
time, why would
closely lately.
Sega commission him to do it if they weren't working on something related to it in the first place?
Exactly.
they're not gonna make it.
Especially because they know he's associated with Mania.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna make us an adventure. It doesn't imply like a Sonic adventure.
I think this just means that it's on the cards, not something
Yeah.
we'll see soon.
There's some potential there. It doesn't mean it has to be like followed through. It's just like it could either. I feel like there's more signs of that. Why are you having a seizure pointing your gun? Engineer Isaac has seizures.
Is Engineer Isaac has a tick?
Yeah, Engineer Isaac can't stop poker tell.
Anybody's going to read this? Nah. Okay.
Yeah, just leave it up for
Engineer
the
see
audience.
picture of dead man, where it says deceased.
Also, I love that this is a Spookfest and we're talking about Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. One of the scariest series in the world because of how bad it can be sometimes.
Oh my fucking god, dude! Why
and
do you
Sonic
have to do
.exe
that?
exists.
Why do you have to say that? Wait, you fucking asshole!
Shadow
It is
the
true,
Hedgehog
though.
exists. Ooh, spooky, scary.
Oh my fucking god! It's so-
and gray. You're a super
Look at all-
hedgehog in a man's game.
Look at all this damn.
Damn.
With Chaos Emeralds.
Damn.
No,
Engineer Isaac
no.
don't think damn is good word.
The fucking.
Engineer Isaac scared.
Engineer Isaac only speak engineer language.
Engineer Isaac good Christian boy.
Engineer speak confused with caveman speak.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god, the ragdoll getting stuck on your feet. Glorious.
I heard that.
That makes me, looking at Ragdoll makes me look forward to getting to Octodad at some point. Maybe. 10 years from now.
That.
As a one-off.
Most likely.
I can't wait from 10 years from now when none of the games when we say we're going to get to it 10 years from now will actually be played.
I'm actually more surprised.
No, it will be played 9 years from now instead.
I'm actually surprised
Right.
at the thought that you guys are actually thinking that we're going to stay here for 10 years.
I mean,
I'm surprised you aren't.
I'm surprised you think we wouldn't waste 10 years.
We.
Engineer Isaac wasted 10 years on engineer school, only became
Engineer became gunman. Engineer not care.
At the very least, it doesn't
it's
have
a living.
At the very least, he doesn't have the same luck as Miles right now. Hey, it's
True.
a plug. It's a plug. It's a plug to our last playthrough.
It's like the stupid SpongeBob.
Now laugh. Now laugh. Laugh, damn it.
No.
Laugh, minions. Laugh to the engineer Isaac.
Laugh to Engineer Isaac.
Laugh at engineer because engineer tell funny joke.
Or engineer chop your legs off with gun.
Finesses.
So I like how you and I are synchronizing in our gameplay strategies, except the tone of both games are extremely different. Yule and I are both scavenging for items in our respective games that we're playing. Yule here is scavenging for bullets, I am scavenging for potions in a Final Fantasy game. The tone could not be any more different.
Yeah, if anybody can tell, this asshole is playing. This asshole is playing Final Fantasy IX as we speak, and he's in
And
the
And
background
you're
game.
and engineer also just kicked the corpse off of his elevator ride, and is having
Right.
a seizure because of it.
Whereas I am looking at fantasy mages, and it's like, what is life right now? Oh, there's that poker tick again.
Fuck.
Engineer Isaac only have a
Oh my
1 in a 2.
fucking god. Oh my fucking god, the reload button, damn it!
Oh yeah, I forgot you don't have a reload button. Rip.
There we go.
Rip in peace.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Literally, you're ripping them to pieces. One of the coolest things about this game.
Whoa! Fuck.
It's an interesting thought though, because the literal influence, you can see the influence from RE4's aiming style in this game, and this game was directly exists because RE4 was such a big hit. So that's kind of interesting to think about. Like EA Redwood Shores has developed a ton of like movie tie-in games and a bunch of like nonsense games, but they wanted to make their own little IP. In 2005, they presented this idea, but the idea of being a sequel to System Shock, but no one had. EA executives had pretty much shut it down every time until Resident Evil 4 came out, and it became such a massive success. So EA wanted to get in on the horror aspect.
Will begin in less than 10 hours.
They saw that it was successful, so they're like, we can do that too. Except it actually
Right.
succeeded because they weren't the loot box people we know today.
Yeah, and Dead Space's entire existence led to Visceral Games becoming Visceral Games instead of just being, a contracted tie-in studio. They became their own genre studio. Even if, later EA would basically shaft them and Dead Space as a series.
I like the fact that you guys didn't even comment on the fact that I threw a schematic away.
Well, we're used
You're the
to
one
your idiocy.
playing, and you're the one who has to suffer about throwing away said schematic. We don't care.
Mhm.
It's a schematic
Well,
of
I
a
care,
weapon.
but at the same time, I think it's amusing to watch Yule be an idiot.
No, it's a
Yeah.
it's a schematic for a weapon I won't even use. So yeah.
Fair enough, though. I think that
Oh,
you can,
so it's something that
we can-
doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can joke about it, but it's probably smart to just not hold on to things you're not going to use.
This is
Something I wish I could do in Final Fantasy, but I have to hold on to my equipment to synthesize it into better things.
engineer like to eat dead things.
What? I mean, I guess humans eat dead things too. We just don't talk about it.
I said yeet.
Oh, yeet. Oh, it sounded like eat. Sorry.
I know, I heard that too.
Yeet. That reminds me of yesterday. What was the joke we made about yeeting? It was funny.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure the people watching this are fucking confused right now.
Probably, but when
Ha
you know,
ha ha,
it's new.
yeet.
Ha ha ha, yeet. Hello, fellow kids. I say the word yeet too.
How do you do, fellow engineer?
What's that over there?
How do you do, fellow engineer? Oh, fellow engineer dead.
Engineer have no other engineer.
Oh, those are lights. Oh, shit.
Girl engineer dead. No more babies. Only engineer in existence.
What?
It's a sad life.
But
What?
okay, what? Oh. Ah, that's fucking bullshit. That wasn't fair. I was focused on this guy.
Aw. You'll getting ambushed calling it bullshit. It's almost like we've been doing that in video games for years.
Ambushes are bullshit. This is bullshit. Everything about this is bullshit.
This game is bullshit. Why are we even here anymore?
Tell that to the people in World Wars that did that.
On what?
Well, okay, Legon, I'm so sorry that we prompted you to make it so fucking real.
Ah, shit!
Jesus Christ.
No! Stop infecting that dead body! Stop
Ambushes
it!
are unfair, they're kind of
Stop
supposed
it!
to be.
No! How dare you!
You and I making light comments of video games. Legon, did you know people died in World War II? Like, okay.
People were
Okay,
ambushed in it,
buddy.
technically.
Ugh.
Did you know that World War II was a war?
Did you know that people die when they are killed? No way.
No way.
But you'll implement a similar strategy to what you're going to be seeing in our eventual RE4 LP, where it's literally like, if you're not aiming for the legs, why are you even aiming?
Because you
Unless it's
apparently
third
don't like
generators.
suplexing.
Right. Who doesn't like... Well, that's only halfway through the game, but still. You don't like judo kicking heads off. And you're wrong for that.
Aw, but
Speaking-
judo,
I mean-
but judo kicking is awesome.
Judo kicking is awesome. People who don't like it are wrong.
Yes.
I mean, I was just about to say, why doesn't Dead Space have a situation like that? But Isaac does kind of just stomp on people's heads. So it technically does have a kick button.
Yeah, it's
Kick
called
with
this.
bottom of shoe downwards.
It was, yeah, into... engineer like to say he created curb stomp.
Kick into ground. Let's just shorten it to one word. How about stomp?
Never saw American History X. Don't know what the correlation is. Big oof.
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
What the hell?
Engineer Isaac don't see the problem. Also, I mean, RE4, I'm gonna make a similar argument when we get to that, but why are there so many just random lockers placed in random areas of a ship where they don't look like they would fit?
This thing is
This
so...
game is suffering from Resident
this
Evil
thing,
and
this
MGS2
thing is so
syndrome.
close to being fully upgraded. I can't believe this shit.
Wow.
And how many chapters are there in the game entirely?
We're at chapter 3. I think there are 8 or 9. No, wait, 13.
13?
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're
Yeah,
getting a
this-
quick look on when
Yeah, this game is
Legon will
pretty
do
long.
Yeah. Well, it's actually it's probably about the same size as RE4 because RE4 has about 13, 14 chapters as well.
Okay, so it's a lot of chapters, but they're pretty short.
It seems as much, which is not bad because like I think a horror game should stick around, but it shouldn't linger around too long
12
because then it
chapters.
starts to delude.
Yeah, because at this point I'm kind of already bored of it to an extent, so I'm just kind of half waiting for something interesting to happen.
Is this
Unfortunately, because it
do I
looks like a
remember-
fun game to play, but it's not really that interesting to watch.
I feel like from what I remember of Dead Space 1, it's like this opening stuff is pretty bare
Yeah,
bones,
the
but it
opening,
does
the
start to
opening
pick up
is
a bit.
kind of, yeah, it does pick up in a bit.
Okay, so
but
the beginning is just boring.
yeah,
Yeah, a
it
little
really
bit.
is. It drags a lot.
Yeah. And we all
I
kind
hope
of
you
agree
guys
that,
aren't
like,
lying.
I'm not lying. It
Well,
actually picked up.
I'm not lying either. It's just my personal opinion. I think Dead Space 2 is a more engaging game, but like, one's a
Yeah.
pretty good.
I'm not gonna try and say that it's not because I haven't seen that game much, if at all.
Mm-hmm.
But this right now is just boring me.
Yeah. Understandable. I feel
Because
like
it's right now it's just enemy after enemy after enemy after creepy area. Oh, you got to get off the ship. You got to get off the ship. That's all you got.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I think it improves over certain aspects of the RE4 formula, and the intro is not one of them, because I think RE4 has one of the best intros in a horror game, in my opinion. Even if it becomes more of an action game by the end of it.
Resident Evil just has good intros in general. Like,
They
Resident
kinda
Evil
do,
7
yeah.
is the one that sticks in my mind the most, but yeah, RE4 is pretty good too.
Yeah.
And the problem is that the
Actually-
monster and the problem with this game is that the monster variety isn't really living up to expectations. That's really my biggest gripe with this shit.
Yeah, I feel like with their speed, you'd think that they would be better
Yeah.
by now. It's
The
like
monster-
zombies
the
in
monster-
RE4, and we're gonna keep comparing it to RE4, by the way, just because the comparison is why the
I'm
game
not.
exists to begin with. But yeah.
I'm not.
No, I will. I'm saying I am.
I'm not.
Like
but-
Legon and I.
I'm not.
I know
but-
you aren't.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Why? Why
Ooh,
I
look,
also make
it's a gold.
It's a Goldfinger.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, the
I'm
thing,
guessing
the,
that cylinder
the
thing was ammo for a weapon you aren't using.
No, that was a medium air can, so basically oxygen for.
No, the other
oxygen.
thing.
Yeah, that's a
The thing
medium
that
air
Why
said
would he have
25.
can. I can clear this puzzle I can clear this puzzle because there's clearly.
Anyway,
You're avoiding my question.
I don't think he understands your question to begin with, Legon. It's kind of out of nowhere.
Like, I was just wondering what that item that he passed by was that the prompt popped up for, but I'm just gonna assume that it's
Oh.
ammo for a weapon we're not using.
Yeah. Most
Wait.
likely. Any item that Yule is not picking up is probably something he genuinely doesn't need.
Or he's full on inventory.
Yeah. So this room is a little more interesting because it's such a wide open array of area. It's like you have to really pay attention to what you're doing.
And now he's the dead.
Also, the zero gravity makes it a little more threatening.
Now, if I remember, how the fuck am I supposed to fly here?
You press the action button, Snake. See?
What?
No.
You press the action button.
No, I pressed the menu
Nerd.
button.
Not nerd, right?
I always hated that in Metal Gear, where it's like, this is the action button. It's not the X button, or the A button, or the Y button, or the X button. It's just
But-
action button.
but
Okay,
it-
that doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah, but it makes more sense when you consider the fact that it has a PC port and, you know, reassignable
Well-
keys and stuff like that.
Yeah, yes, now, but back then it was a PlayStation exclusive series, so no back
Yeah.
then. But these
Actually,
days, yeah,
actually,
it worked out in our favor.
actually, in case you guys don't know,
Well, I know the game. Well, okay, let me clarify my statement real quick before you try or starts to correct. I know that the Game Boy games existed. I know there were
No.
spin-offs, but
No,
like
no,
the
no.
numbered games.
No, Metal Gear Solid 2 came on PC.
Back in the day.
Yeah, there was a PC port.
So now
I'm
you get
gonna
Twin
look
Snakes
this
for the
up.
GameCube. It's possible. I would believe it, but
It is.
because
It
I'm pretty
is.
sure
It
it's one of
came-
the boxes.
It
I'm
came
pretty
out.
sure it's one of the boxes that said only on PlayStation.
No,
But I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, it came on PC.
Yeah.
Same deal with-
PlayStation 2 only.
No, I'm serious. It came on
PlayStation
PC.
2 only. I just searched it.
I have the PC port.
Well, you have the PC port of the HD version, but we're talking
No,
about when it came
it's-
out initially.
It's not the HD version. It's the
Yule.
original version. Ah, I just remembered. It's,
Yule, he
it's
just looked it
substance.
up.
It's substance. It's substance. I just remembered.
Oh,
it's substance.
Substance is different, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
that's
original- you
not
can't say-
that's not the
Not
original.
too.
Fuck, I'm
yeah,
not-
the original came out on PlayStation.
Yeah. I remember that there was also a re-release for Metal Gear Solid 1 on PC called Integral or something like that.
Yeah, I think the re-releases of It's fair. Like Subsistence, Integral, all those got re-releases on like PC.
I don't know what
So,
I'm doing.
but the originals were developed for PlayStation consoles until
This guy's
like-
looking for me.
pretty much Ground Zeroes. I think is the first mainline one that was multi-platform.
I have plenty of ammo.
At the same, well, even with that, I'm still confused as to why they're like action button, not X button or circle button or square or triangle.
Well, I think that was in an era as well when games were trying to like teach the player how to do things through game without breaking immersion. So it's like I think some games like Paper Mario do a cute little spin on it where it's like press the A button, and then Mario looks at the character. Don't look at me weird. The person above who's controlling us knows what I'm talking about. You know, I think you can do cute little twists to make it like they're aware of how ridiculous it sounds
I don't
that you're
know,
saying
stuff-
action button.
Self-awareness.
You're also
kinda
talking
worth
about
saying
the
after a
series that
while.
literally says check the back of the box for this codec frequency.
Exactly. Yeah, see, and it's like, I think, honestly, I find it a little more charming that they just say it without
Oh, I
even, like, questioning
see.
it, but
Oh,
I
I
think it's
see.
funny both ways.
Okay, now I see why the fuck I needed the fucking... Why I needed the air cans. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You're doing
This
great.
is a long room.
Centrifuge and gyros are both 100%
Well,
and stabilized.
We're gonna
Oh,
see Yule's
shit.
ability to speedrun in
I don't
low
know how
gravity.
much time we have
Oh
left.
no, I think I went the wrong direction. Shit!
And we're gonna see Yule die.
Ah!
Wow. So I kind of like how Legon was like, this game is boring me. Cue to one of the
And
more
now we're
interesting
finally
rooms
getting
in
to the
entire
interesting
game.
stuff.
Woohoo!
I want to see it hit the necromorph.
Same.
Same.
You're running out of air.
Ole! Ah!
well,
The necromorph had the right idea.
engineer. Yeah, necromorph ran right into where you needed to go. I think the idea is that you're supposed to run against, like, with it. I don't think you're supposed to
No,
run against the Yule.
I'm supposed to run against it. Because
No, I'm
running-
pretty sure you can. Oh yeah, that's
I
right. You
know
can't
how
run
you
against
fuck-
it because there's an obstruction.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, it makes sense.
No, there's not. It's not an obstruction. It's just that you can walk on it. I'm going to show you just because you stupid.
Just for the sake of showing it off.
Yeah. See.
Centrifuge and gyros are both
Oh, so it makes you walk, and then it's so slow that it'll just hit you anyway.
Engineer's head
Oh,
roll
okay.
all the way in a circle.
I noticed a nice little detail. If you die when someone's talking to you, they cut themselves off and go, oh. Like, basically like, oh, well, you're dead now. He was like, execute our
Well.
plan.
Well, shit.
That's a cool
He's dead
detail.
now.
Not a lot of games do that, even back in like the PS3 era.
Wait, can't you stasis this thing?
No, obviously not.
No, it's too big.
It's too big.
Sorry, I know science bullshit. Yule, you fucked up.
Nope. I still know. I fucking. Ah!
I don't know how much time we have.
Wah, man, I'm a necromorph.
Fucking hell.
And you fucked up. That necromorph actually
At
screwed
least-
you
Fucking
over.
hell!
Oh, and
The
I was hoping
necromorph
that we
had
get
the
the
right
necromorph
idea!
too.
The necromorph had the
Yeah.
right idea. He just hid in the fucking. He just hid behind the fucking.
Necromorph was like,
No,
"Ah,
he
fuck
used
you."
his brain. He waited.
Brain. You know, how do you feel
Yeah, what
when you're
was left
dumber
of
than a dead alien? A dead alien creature. I would have laughed if even the touch of it just murdered you.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100%.
Engineer
the
don't
hand
have time
hold
to
up.
deal with
Time we have
the
left.
necromorph.
Engineer's gonna ask you to please hold still.
Freeze.
Literally. That was narrow.
Yo, man! You see that thing? That thing's crazy! Why are you cutting off my tail? Oh, okay. I'm dead now.
I'm dead
Here's
now.
800 coins.
Okay,
Here's my money, life savings. Okay, yeah, you have enough air to give it another rotation.
Yeah.
Why do I get a real Star Wars vibe from this room?
Titin.
I mean, it does kind of give that Star Wars vibe, you know, space sci-fi and all.
Yeah, and the way the doors are shaped. Engineer Isaac is your father. Necromorph goes, huh?
No, the necromorph just stabs him.
I never liked my father anyway.
It's like
No,
it's a
there's
it's
that-
like
there's
it's a
that
dead
poker thing
alien
again.
zombie thing.
Well,
It doesn't care who you are. It'll
Well-
kill you anyway.
I'm glad that's over. Ah!
Speaking of dead zombie alien thing that'll kill you anyway.
Okay,
Here's
so
my
Bye.
real-time moments.
yeah, you're supposed to shoot this fucker.
Wow, you old Jesus Christ.
I just wanted to show it off. I was about to kill it anyways.
But that you could miss?
Hmm?
No, you wanted to show off that you could,
Yeah, I want to show that you can miss and that you know.
and that Yule has awful aim. Good to know.
No, I just want to show. I wanted to do dramatic things. Come on.
We are cynical human beings. You can't be dramatic. Especially when this room looks like the same room we've seen a couple times now. Oh, that's different. Oh,
Yeah,
Engineer, not like surprise hug.
Yeah, let's just not. Well, that thing just got defeated. Let's just leave.
engineer, don't consent to hug. No means no, says engineer.
Stop that.
Engineer 2.
Stop
Necromorph
that.
cannot get it. When engineer say no, engineer mean no. Necromorph keep thinking engineer mean yes. When engineer say no.
Necromorph keeps saying it's what engineer's wearing that is asking for it.
Nice to see you're alive and well.
Engineer wonders. Not wearing a very pretty suit.
Computer core. I can hear them moving outside, but I don't think they know I'm in here. I can launch into everything from here. I hacked the route and found some reports from the colony. Even before they cracked the planet, the colonists were experiencing widespread dementia. It seems to be related to some artifact they found on the planet. Something called the marker.
Sounds
So
ominous.
the marker is literally the plot detail that you need to hang on to most of the game. The marker is the most important, like,
It's your
detail
main
to this point. Yeah, it's your main doobly-doo.
Instant saving.
skibbity bop dop.
Yes.
You know the fact that
Okay,
I'm.
review tech
You know
USA.
the fact that I'm going to stop enjoying this fucking shit because now you stupid fucks will have actually good saving thanks to the fact that the PS5 is going to have an SSD. I'm no longer going to enjoy myself or make fun of people.
You're not gonna enjoy. You're not gonna be able to make fun of the fact that the PC port can save faster than most. Okay, I get it.
Those consoles, yeah.
Yeah.
I've just
You're
got-
not gonna make
I'm
fun of the
interested to
consoles because now they can keep up with PCs.
until they don't.
I still can make. I actually can argue that you can still make fun of consoles because why did you try to become a PC when you had your own unique identity? But whatever, that's just me.
I know, right? Well, at the very least, Nintendo is
Says
still.
the Google Stadia.
Right. Oh well.
With
that's
that, we end
different.
it. With that, we end this part. See you guys later.
Rest in peace, Google Stadia. It was dead on arrival.